I had to make another video just to show you the results of my game custom HDR settings that I'm using here for Samsung Q8FN. And these are the settings that I'm using. I already went through them on my previous video. So I hope that you guys will use these settings. You know, I don't make these videos to, say that I know everything, that I'm the best, that I'm this, that I'm that. No, I do these videos because I want you guys to have the best possible gaming experience on your televisions, whatever that television is. So I chose to give you these settings. And that's what I've been doing here in the past, few days. I've been working on these settings for the HDR game mode. And here I use that one example on Red Dead Redemption 2 when it gets dark, just how beautiful it looks on Samsung Q8FN. For those of you who missed that video, I don't know how you can miss it. It's right there, right before this video. It's still there. It's called my custom HDR game mode HDR settings that I'm using. And trust me, guys, I have tried many different variations. I have tried many different variations for the Samsung Q8FN, and this was the best variation that I came up with. No backlit and contrast has to be set to maximum because we are using HDR. Brightness, it's set at a balanced level. Why? Because we don't want to crush our black digital levels, especially on the HDR. You don't want to do that. Sharpness, I left it at 10 because I felt that I already have native 4K. I already have really good resolution here. There's no reason for me to over sharpen my pixels and outline them with digital sharpness. So what I was going for here was balance. If you look at all these settings, same thing with the color, set 25. Why is my color at 25? Because I'm avoiding a unnecessary oversaturation, because you already have the DCI-P3 color measurement that's very high, very good color accuracy. You already have quantum dots built inside this TV. You already have a full wide color gamut. You already have HDR. There's no reason for you to mess around with that. There's no reason for you to oversaturate the color. And on top of all of that, you are getting a performance. So you're getting the performance, very low input lag, and at the same time, you're getting a good balanced HDR quality. Now, the one benefit here, it's also the higher peak brightness. Now, having that higher peak brightness on this television, it's also going to help with the HDR, okay? And I honestly believe that the settings that I utilized here, they're the best. I'm not going to go through these settings again. You guys can watch that video. It's there. I'm just doing this video to kind of like emphasize and talk about these settings and why I chose these settings, okay? Like, what was my whole purpose behind using these settings? So now you know why I'm using these settings. There they are. There's the backlit 50. There's the brightness in a balanced threshold at a balanced value, as I like to call it, balanced value. There's the contrast maximum, backlit, contrast maximum, brightness at a balanced value, sharpness at a balanced value, color at a balanced value. You don't mess around with a tint. As I say, Auto Motion Plus settings, you turn that's off, disabled automatically, because you already have a game mode Motion Plus implementations. Local dimming, high. Contrast enhancer, high. Why? Because, as I said previously, you want to have a great contrast ratio for this Samsung Qled television. And this is why you leave the brightness at 50. And it's also why you don't touch that gamma, ST2084 HDR gamma, leave it at balanced value. And color space, you leave it in automatic. Now, when it comes to your game mode motion flow implementations, I really don't use them. Yes, I can use them, but I really don't feel that I need to use them, honestly, here. So that's why I disable them. But you can use them if you want to. And as you can see here, even on this video, I think you can at least capture a little bit, imagine, or at least get some idea as to why I chose with these specific settings. Okay, and for the last time, because I know people have been asking me this, it's almost like a constant diarrhea. People have been asking me this. What's your HDR settings? And I made 5 videos. This is now the 6th video, or maybe 7th video, me showing you my HDR calibration settings. I'm using the HDR style game mode, peak brightness 1500, and paper white 200. Okay? And I don't understand why it's so difficult for people to search my videos. Just search Red Dead Redemption 2 and you will find my videos regarding this. Those videos are out there. You just have to search. And I'm purposely holding the camera on an angle just to show you that you still get a decent viewing angle. Now, it's not going to be an OLED viewing angle. Okay, everybody needs to get that straight. Get that memo straight. You're never going to have that OLED viewing angle. If you want the picture pure pitch black digital levels, then you got to go with the OLED. But I think what I did here, it's as best as I can do for a Qled. And these are my final settings for game mode. This applies for all of the video games. It's just that I use Red Dead Redemption 2 as that one example, but this applies to all of your game mode HDR games. Okay? So I'm not going to repeat this again. I'm not going to talk about this again. That's why I made this video. That's why I made those other 2 previous videos and one for the PlayStation as well. It's so that you guys can utilize those settings. But remember, this only works for this TV. If you don't have this TV, it's not going to work. Same thing goes with the OLED, the 8 series OLED. If you don't have the 8 series OLED, well, those settings that I gave you, it's not going to work on some older model OLED televisions. Okay, so hopefully that's clear enough. Anyway, I just wanted to emphasize a little bit more on this follow-up video. Think of this like a follow-up video for me to explain exactly why I'm using these settings. And I want you to understand, frankly, I really did spend like weeks and weeks and months trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. Let's try this, let's try that. And I came to one final conclusion that this is the best that I can squeeze for Samsung Q8FN. I honestly don't believe that you can get anything better than this, in my honest opinion. You want to use that warm tone of color? Go ahead, use that warm tone of color, but you're not getting what developers wanted you to see in this game. You're going to be getting some yellow sepia type of a game. And that's not what they want you to experience. They want you to experience this game the way they wanted you to experience it, in all of its glory in color. All right, well, there you have it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon. So make sure you use these settings. If you don't like them, like I said, you don't have to use them, but at least you should give it a try. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. You can always go back to your original settings. Thank you for watching. Cheers. Have a good one. Love you. Take care.